Hey, welcome to another day in the life of an EHS consultant. Today I'm going to show you how I get my material translated from English to Spanish so the Spanish speaking workforce of my clients can have a good understanding of all of the OSHA requirements that are required for their site. Let's get into it. All right. So this process is a little bit complicated because what I found out is AI doesn't do a good enough job doing the translation, right? We're trying to get everything to a fifth grade reading level, and AI doesn't do a good enough job translating and conjugating from English to Spanish to make it make sense to the workforce. So what I do is I use a Spanish translator. I have someone in my town that does this. She's an ex-Spanish teacher and is a stay-at-home mom that does this on the side for me. So what I do is I get her all of the information and she does the translating. So the best way to do this, I found out, is I'm just going to show you in here. So I just have a folder set for her, and I always set up a generic training. So this is specifically for hot work. There's always a generic piece, and then there's a site-specific piece for my clients. And then we've got a quiz, and then we've got the scripts. So the scripts are really important because I'll take the English. I make videos for all the clients. I'll take the English transcript and make a script so then she can go ahead and translate that over into Spanish. And I'm going to show you how I do that because doing it the old-fashioned way, where you just type what you're saying, takes a long time. But if you use one of the tools I've talked about in the past, Loom, you can use Loom to do this for you. So what I've done is, if you come over into Loom, you do a new video and you can upload a video. What I've done for hot work is I've already done that for this specific client. And you can see here it is, and I can come in here and get a transcript. And I simply copy that. So it's taken the words that I've said, put it into a transcript, and then this is one I'm working on now for personal protective equipment. It puts it into this format. Okay, so the format isn't perfect by any means, but it already has it in a conversation. It's in there in a conversational way, which is what you want for your training video anyways. So what I'll do is I'll edit this and then put it into a script so she can translate that. On top of that, I have a quiz. So what's nice is I use a software system here called ProAct. All the English training is already in here. So right, all we're going to be doing is translating the personal protective equipment. We've got the personal protective equipment training, and then we've got the quiz. What I can do is I can come in here, do a preview, and I can just copy and paste all of this straight into a Word document, which is really, really nice. So that's how I get the quiz. So what this looks like is, once everything is translated, I just have duplicates of all of the courses. So for example, we'll take a look at hazard communication. I translate the text of that. I don't speak Spanish, so in parentheses, I still have the English, so I know what's going on. So I know what course that is. And then at the same time, we also have hazard communication in English. And then what I do is I make groups within here, and we've got Spanish speaking employees as a group, so we can assign those trainings to that group specifically. So then they're getting the training that they need translated down to a fifth grade reading level for them. So that is how I translate all of my material into Spanish. I just want to reiterate that I personally believe that AI is not there on its own to do proper translation from English to Spanish and getting it to that fifth grade reading level for our Spanish speaker workforce. Found out it's not doing a good enough job, so I totally recommend hiring a Spanish translator, but using AI to get the transcript, the quizzes, and the training content over them so it can be translated. Last thing I'll show you is what I'll do is I'll then use Merc AI and create a Spanish training video. So within here, you'll see we've got hazard communication, which I just talked about. That's been translated. And within here, we use a Spanish speaking AI voice that does a good job, Lola. So you can see the transcript has been added. The slides have also been added. See that? And Lola is talking through that in a traditional Spanish accent. So that's how I do all of my translations into Spanish. And this is how I would do it for any other language as well. Thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and feel free to reach out to me with any questions. I'm definitely happy to share any tools that I use with you to support our Spanish speaking and just other language speaking employees out there. Thank you.